it's time for a quick update. Alright, so I've done lots of revisions in the past 2 weeks. I'm not quite done with them, but I did make a lot of progress. So I'm just going to quickly talk about what I've got going on here. First of all, you can see this lizard dude. He is now red instead of black. Hopefully that makes him more visible. I'm not sure yet. We'll find out. Secondly, the axe is now about 1/2 times as big, something like that. I made the axe bigger, that's the point. So, it needs like a proper sprite. Right now it's just the current sprite enlarged, but that can come later. All of the salamanders now move slower. So, boop. And sometimes they drop health. So that's one way for players to get health back, which was something that they had mentioned, dying too often. You can see here I still don't have the level completely. I don't have the shape of the level redone, so that there's more jumping room and whatnot. That's going to be a whole other step. I started with the coding side of things. So, coding. These moving platforms now start and end slower, and then, yeah, they've got that little bit of acceleration. And they now have spikes on the bottom, and are no longer physical all around, they are just physical on top. So you watch now, the character bounces back and takes some damage, instead of getting squished into the floor. Which also happens when you run to enemies as well. If you take damage, bounce. Alright, whoops, I fell down there. I won't bother getting the coin there. There's other ones to demonstrate what I did with the coins. Alright, here we are. Now look at these. So the fireballs have little, they make a little flare of light as a warning that they're going to come up, and then they do. And they also hide behind the terrain instead of being in front of it. You can see I can walk over the spots just fine when there's no fire, but I will take damage when it pops up. Oh, I'm not close enough. There we go. Once again, the moving platform has a little bit of acceleration and deceleration. And, okay. So this was part of what... Oh, I forgot to say. One of my changes was redoing the jumping. I had lots of help from Quentin with this. So now it should be more of an arc and less of a straight up and down. Alright. And it was these bad guys that, like, I really want the bigger axe for, because they were just... It's too hard to hit them. Alright, now watch this. No longer sliding down! We do now have a sort of different effect of, like, sliding up and backwards slightly. But it's not as bad as the sliding down and forward was before. Alright, don't need to bother with that guy. There we go. Alright, now when I collect this coin, it's going to do it's going to twirl even faster, go down, and then go up and disappear. Woohoo! So that's a little animation to show, improved animation. I don't know what else to say there. Let's see, we've got more of the fireballs here. I'm still deciding what practical effect the coin should have, but I'll get to that. I've got a couple ideas already. Alright, we got rid of the thing. Here comes the big guy. I didn't make any changes to him. Yoink. He can still get crushed by the moving platform. I won't demonstrate here, apparently, because I'm not going to bother taking the time to do that. But, okay. Yes, that is the end of the demonstration. There go all the coins. Alright, bye for now.